Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER One News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER One News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER One News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER One News. I'm Sarah Brewer reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Wednesday, September 4th. Tonight we report on the Quincy City Council's reaction to a fire services contract and how McKay Healthcare is preparing for a levy. In sports, we learn the latest about the Mariners playing Kansas City. And our spotlight story tonight is about a Moses Lake man celebrating the publishing of his first novel. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER One Weather Center. Our top story tonight, Quincy rejected Grant County Fire District 3's proposal for an extension, with officials saying the cost is too much. The two groups have been negotiating a new contract for more than a year. City Administrator Tim Sneed responded to the district's proposal for the city to pay $482,000 for a one-year extension. The amount was based off of a formula proposed by a consultant. In the letter, Sneed stated that the committee felt the amount was the same as negotiating a new contract. Mayor Jim Hemberry presented the letter to the City Council last night without much comment, stating the committee agreed to negotiate the one-year extension.
We on the committee feel it would be better to do an extension and then work on some of the other issues we have, because there's still a lot of other things within this agreement or this recommendation that was given to us by ESCI that have to be worked on.
The council didn't offer any comments on the letter, but council member Scott Libbert questioned why the letters were made public, since he thought they should be private because of the negotiations. Fire Chief Don Fortier responded the district attorney told them the letters were public documents. The people of Soap Lake are being asked to vote for a bond measure to help improve services at McKay Healthcare and Rehabilitation. Jeff Chu helps explain the issue.
Grant County Hospital District Number 4 is asking district voters to approve a one-year levy to raise $500,000. It will finance the replacement of the old diesel boiler heating system at Soap Lake's McKay Healthcare and Rehab Center. The hospital district is asking the board to place the levy question on the November 5th ballot. It asks for a one-time tax of $1.25 per $1,000 of assessed valuation. For a $100,000 home, that means an increase of $125 for 1 year. The heating system was built in 1932, and hospital district representatives say replacement would lead to a more efficient and less costly system.
To generate the kind of money needed for this boiler, we would initiate some shortfalls in our budget. It would be years to get it paid off. McKay's it's a non-profit organization, but it's paying its own way right now. I hit like $500,000 for a boiler would set us back for years and years, and we have other things we need to do here.
The nonprofit hospital district that employs 28 and serves up to 42 patients is unable to fund essential improvements. That includes such improvements as a heating system boiler.
We initiated beginning to think about a levy about 4 months ago. We should have started sooner, but we exhausted everything we could to generate the money, and we fell upon this levy. After Columbia Basin Hospital did theirs, why not us? It's a one-time investment. This is a levy that's going to fall off next year.
McKay Maintenance Director David Dyer said the system could continue to operate, but it is becoming more expensive to maintain. Plus, diesel fuel prices continue to rise. Fuel costs reached almost $43,000 last winter.
Well, what we're looking at right now is a heating system slash electrical generation replacement equipment. What we have is a boiler that was built in 1932. It has served 81 years, gracefully.
Dyer took iFIBER One News into the McKay Center's basement, where the boiler has operated more than 8 decades.
Okay, this is what they call a fireside tube boiler, and basically what it does is it has a fire chamber. The fire actually lives inside the tubes themselves, and it heats the water that's on the outside of the tubes.
We're looking at designing the best system and the most efficient system for this day and age with the current technology that's out there to serve our residents the best possible way.
Support for hospital district taxpayers financing the boiler system comes from groups such as the Friends of Soap Lake, McKay Ladies Guild, and the McKay Foundation. The facility also provides bus service, recreational activities, and a beauty shop. A committee has been formed to promote levy support, according to Wellen. Wellen praised the rehab center and said he has considered it as an option himself.
I mean, at my age, I'm looking for a place for myself at the end game. And it's a good, this is a 5-star facility. You know, it's good. It's local.
I'm Jeff Shue for iFIBER 1 News.
Thanks, Jeff. Fireworks at Smokeyam Days may lose a sponsor as the Soap Lake Chamber of Commerce ponders withdrawing their sponsorship. Chamber Board Vice President Kat Sanderson said the event draws people to the beach at night and then they leave the city afterward. She said, "We would love to see the fireworks continue, but the chamber just doesn't have enough money to sponsor it." The board encourages another group or interested party to step forward to continue the fireworks, Sanderson said. The chamber has had difficulty raising the $5,000 needed, incurring a $500 bill for printing tickets alone. The chamber board will discuss the issues at a meeting at 5:30 p.m. on September 17th at Soap Lake City Hall, 239 2nd Avenue Southeast. For more information or to donate items, call 509-246-1821. Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. We'll be back after these messages with Bob Kirkpatrick reporting on sports.